Oh my gosh. October 5th. Thank you, Great Spirit. Beautiful, beautiful morning. Got dogs up ahead of us kicking up some dust dirt up there, but boy, they're having a grand old time. I was like, well, that's a poodle come out from underneath this bridge. We were on the other side, and as we were coming around the bend there, up out of the bridge, it's like, well, that's a beautiful standard poodle. Well, that's a beagle following behind. Well, now there's a basset hound. And then this, I believe it's a Keeshond, came up next, and I'm going, okay, they all have harnesses on. Like there's a pack. And then, oh, there went 2 hummingbirds. And then, come on, buddy. Yeah, this is his freedom time. And so, it was just so adorable. Absolutely adorable. And then here comes this man walking up out of the bridge carrying the leashes. And he said something to one. It was just adorable. I can only imagine this bicyclist coming the other direction now, going by his pack of dogs. Anyway, and then there was another man out here with his dog as we crossed over the bridge. He's got one of those slingshot ball things and was slinging a ball downhill. And this Pitty running after it. I couldn't help but giggle, and he looked over and waved at me. Like I said, we were on the other side. And that Pitty just having a grand old time. Anyway, so, we finished our topic this week on the All Our Relations Fire. Had our celebration. It's what it feels like on a Sunday for me. And interestingly enough, celebrating our lives. And so, and drawing out that joy and, just allowing space for that change. Well, what they were speaking about today and the Mayan calendar, well, I was feeling that yesterday. Definitely feeling that yesterday, and what they were sharing about picking a path, making a choice. That really felt like my yesterday. And I share that because I've been in this period of just allowing and being here and going through all the stuff and, kind of like being brought to mush, you could say. And over these past months, landing here in Yuma and making that conscious choice, and working the Paxier renewal, working the program and the planets and the retrogrades and the transits and the squares, and I've shared that I watch after the few days. Was doing it after a few days, and then now it's the day when I listen to the day of. I'm like, yep, that was either 1, 2, or 3 days ago, type of thing. And then getting to witness it ripple out. I think that's one of my gifts, one of my things. It's been a constant throughout the years as I contemplate. So yesterday, we've kind of really honed in on a discipline. And yet not all of the pieces of the disciplines always come through. Not all of the disciplines come through every single day. It's this allowing and just kind of feeling and then being with what is and going, okay, well, this is really honing in, but this isn't working. This is really honing in, but this isn't working. I need to shift this up or shift that up. And of course, we're getting ready for the weather change. However, I am loving this neoprene thing. And, oh my, that's a whole bunch of doggy bags just gonna go to waste. Really, people. Oh my. Well, we gotta take care of that. Okay, we'll make good use of it, won't we, Rashini? He finally gave in sometime during the night and went and ate almost all his food. I am so proud of him. He was really kind of like in this semi-protest, and I imagine after eating all of those cat treats in the alley last night, just did not fill you up enough, huh? And made you leave at least half of it for the actual cats. And of course, I went to town on ginger chews. So, sorry, thought I got that in hook. There you go, baby. So, we had our beautiful morning. We even made it down to the river. The stone, our prayer stone, morning prayer stone, really wanted to go to the river. Rashini really wanted to go to the river. I needed to put the neoprene on no matter where we went. So we went. Because the day before, if you recall, I recall, we had come through here and they had cleared the obstacle course, the mountain biking course. And so, oops, sorry about that. So, yeah, I love it when he runs to me. Oh, you're just so cute. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. So, we had a good old time. And then, of course, it was we came back around and decided to come up here by the bike path and finish the rest of our little breakfast. And then it was like, oh, maybe we should have gone back to the wetlands instead and to have the bathroom break. So the whole fun with the bathroom breaks in Yuma, Arizona. Anyway, so we made it back to the apartment, and I have to say, there's just nothing like walking into the apartment with the beans a-cooking. So the temperatures have lowered some, and those of y'all that live in the extreme heat, even a crock pot going is like, oh, no more added heat. Now, I'm not complaining about the heat. I love the heat. But, and then, so, so we took care of that. And oh my gosh, it was so delicious. And I've noticed that after that, I don't care what I eat, how good I eat. There's this, my body needs to rest. Well, 3:30 in the morning, and working the energies, you could say, and so forth, and then eating. There's just this little bit of rest. And I had allocated that time to work on one of my projects, and then a time to work on another project, and then have the time at the swimming pool, and so forth. And it's like, no, this isn't working. Because there's no way with my body just wanting to rest and lay down. Even after a short break, what I would consider a short break, allowing for that, my body is like, no. And then at some point, it was, get up now. And so I listened, and it was a push. It was a push. It was a definite, solid choice. Turning on that Starlink, pulling out the computer. And then I felt my frustration and all coming in. And it's like, And I thought I had files all set up. Well, apparently they switched Google Drives on me, and half the writing was over here and half the writing was in the other one. And so I had my beautiful computer lesson. It's that learning curve, I can use my phone like a little wizard, like a little genie, a lot of times. However, the computer learning curve. So at one point, I was so frustrated because I had these files in a zip drive, and I'm trying to pull them out of the zip drive, and it's just not working, and you gotta download this, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm going, and I just got so frustrated. I collapsed, and I said, just give me my writings, damn it. If you want me to do this, give me what I need. And I had a good cry, and then took in a few deep breaths, and it's okay, let's go to the other project. So I went to the other project, and sure enough, I was working that one, and this one took me to the space of, who the hell do you think you are doing this and working this? And of course, Spirit was very clear. I just kept hearing this, you are who you are, and this is what needs to be done, and that you resonate with it. Doesn't matter what everybody else thinks. Just think, there was a period of time for many, 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 many eons, we believed that the earth was flat. And now, and can you imagine the scoffing, the crap that person or that team or whomever went through, saying, the earth is round, and here's the reasons why. And so it's like, wow, okay, I'll keep doing this. You resonate with it. This is your song to sing. And I'm like, okay. So I continued, and it felt good. And I got to a beautiful little stopping point where I felt I could move forward from there. Made sure all the files were in the appropriate places, and then went into my next space, which was, having a beautiful conversation with a sister, and getting Rashini out after his beautiful patience with me. And I need to set this phone down, set it down right there, get his water out. Here you go, little bud. There you go, Chief. At your service. And so, from there, let's see. And I was feeling like, whew, and the energy releases and so forth. So we had our nice little celebration with our wonderful cucumber and a little bowl of tomatoes and hummus and our sunflower seeds. And I did not give anything to you, did I? No, it was you are going to eat your food, your good, healthy food. And so that's what we did. And then we watched a lot of Big Bang Theory, laughing with my mom, having our 10 laughs a day, some really, really good ones, and a couple of other things that were absolutely hilarious. And then into our lessons, which took us into a beautiful, beautiful sleep. And then I'd love to share, I had this interesting dream. I woke up to this beautiful, interesting dream today. And that dream, let's move over into the shade. Set the phone back down. This dream, and that was my meditation this morning. I stayed in it in a lucid kind of way and just really felt the feelings of it. I was like a soldier being re-recruited into military, and so, putting on the uniform, only it wasn't a typical military uniform. It was more like this, my neoprene, like a bodysuit that's fluid. You can breathe with it. And yet, okay, let's go over here by the tree. I hear you. And yet there was this, I was carrying this baby. And it's like, I need to turn this baby loose. I need to find somebody for this baby. And trying to find a particular person. And so I'm going through this crowd and finding this sister, this team or something. And I hand the child over, the little baby. And I make it to where I'm to get to the juncture, right? And giving my name and all of these different things, and everybody is already there, and they're waiting on me. And I go through this explanation and go running in, and there's like this celebration. And so I just found that so beautiful. But when my alarm had gone off, where it was time for me to wake up and go into my meditation, I was still in the search mode. And so that's when it became this, more of a lucid and being consciously aware of whom I was choosing and all the faces I was meeting, and getting to that right, what felt really good and right in the heart, in the breath, and then consciously making that decision to step in and show up and step in to that space. And begin working the discipline, because I have been in more of a period of time of, a good 6 month long rest after a good 3 month long period of time getting situated and working the pieces to get into the apartment, to claim my veteran status, to really hone in on all of the retrogrades and transits, and going, wait a minute, I'm letting go of everybody else's stuff. I'm letting go, making that conscious choice of letting go of everybody else's stuff and really centering in on me and on Rashini, and what is our song, what is our thing, what is really, really mine. And though I thought I knew what that was, and yes, that's still a big part, but this other project is like, oh. And yeah, it's a little out there in some ways. However, it makes sense. It really, truly makes sense. So with that, Sheenie is like ready to go. We're going to head on down to the river and do our thing that way. We're going to continue on the path and then come back because, yeah. Oh, look at all we got a little swarm coming. Hi, kids. Yeah, you are necessary too. Yes, you are. But we'll move out of your way now. Okay, loving y'all. Say goodbye, Rashini. Say thank you. Yeah.